Yes, people, welcome to another episode of the Sarcasm City Love Island recap show. The Wednesday night show, which is basically a preview, a kind of recap since Sunday, and a preview of today's episode, which starts at 9. So this is only going to be a short show today, obviously. Sorry for the time, we're just a bit late because of a few things, but I'll introduce my co-host. You see her on this channel all the time, the beautiful Yan City. How you doing, Yan?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, all good, man. Looking forward to the episode tonight, to be fair. Now,
Yeah.
so where do we start with? So
So
obviously, our last
yeah,
show was Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, last Friday was the last show we did for Love
Yeah,
Island.
yeah. So a lot
And
happened since then.
obviously, Sunday didn't get a lot of viewers. I watched it on Monday for obvious reasons.
Mm.
Why no one really watched Sunday night's episode, but obviously, I watched it on Monday, and it was what happened was it Teddy came into the villa.
Yeah, Teddy came in, and he went on a date with four girls. Them girls, they picked the most single. So obviously, as people will know if they watch Love Island,
It was fake.
Toby told Kaz that he wasn't really feeling it, and
Yeah.
he kind of wanted to get to know Chloe. He said he wasn't sexually attracted towards her. He didn't have them sort of feelings, so he wanted to explore this with Chloe, who he did sort of feel like that towards. Chloe, as we know, kissed him in the challenge, and obviously it shocked a lot of people because Kaz in particular thought it was quite snaky because she didn't come to her first and say like, "Oh, I fancy Toby." She just kind of kissed him in the task, and it was a bit like, "Whoa, okay." So yeah, that happened. Obviously, as we know, Aaron went on a date with Lucinda and both Lucinda and Millie, and decided that he didn't really like Sharon. This was due to her
It was
response.
the Hugo thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's her response to what Hugo said about not liking fake girls. He didn't like that. He doesn't like girls who are loud, and are gonna basically cause a scene. So
Yeah.
he explained this to Sharon and basically said, "Look, you don't want kids, which is non-negotiable for me, and basically I don't date people like you. So let's just cool it." And basically they broke up. So obviously when this Teddy came in now, he went on a date with Rachel, who we know Brad kind of was she coupled up with him, and then he met Lucinda, and Lucinda was much more his type, so he kind of forgot about Rachel.
Yeah.
So Rachel went on the date with Teddy. Rachel really liked Teddy. There was a lot of sexual sort of chemistry between them. She was like, "That's my man. I want him." So yeah, she was very much into Teddy. He also went on a date with Kaz, who was newly single. Kaz liked him as well. They got on. They seemed to get on
They
okay.
seem to get on very well, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so she liked him as well. Then he went on a date with Faye, who, as we know, was in a friendship couple with Hugo. No,
At
she
that time,
wasn't.
yeah.
She was in. Who was she coupled up with?
No, at that time, Faye,
Because
which one?
Hugo was coupled up with Chloe.
Yeah,
Faye was coupled up with.
did a guy get dumped from the island? I actually don't know. Was
Uh,
it Liam?
Liam.
Yeah.
She was coupled up with Liam, but they didn't really have any sort of chemistry at all. They didn't really get on. They didn't
Yeah.
gel.
Their conversations were awkward as hell,
Yeah,
man.
Liam obviously met Millie, who he really fell for. So yeah, so she was basically single. So she went on a date with him as well. She liked him as well. So it was a case of all of the girls. Sharon as well was the last one that went on a date with him. They all liked Teddy. Teddy didn't really give too much away. He kind of said that two surprised him a bit, and in the end, when the vote came and he had to choose between the two girls, he did say that them two were his final two,
Yeah.
or his top two, we should say. But excuse me, personally, I think he would have said that anyway, because he's not going to say, "Well, actually, I was going to."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
You know what? I'm
to
surprised.
be honest,
I thought they were.
go on.
I thought in the recoupling they were gonna do Teddy
Yeah,
before Hugo and Aaron, That's what I thought would happen.
But that's
Because
what
then
we
he's
should
got
have
the
done.
choice of all four, and then it's up to he gets to choose who he really wants.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
obviously those two have got the choice of the rest essentially. Who do you
But
think Teddy would
that's
have?
the thing. I think that ruined it a bit because say he
Yeah,
was going to pick Kaz. So say his favourite was Kaz, then it
yeah,
was Sharon. It's like he would then be picking one of them girls that he doesn't particularly like just for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
yeah,
it's like even Kaz like said after the vote, she was like, "It's not over for Teddy," because it's like, but I think it is now. But like at the time, she said that because you don't know whether it's you that he likes. You know what I mean? You don't know that, so we'll see. Things can change every day in there, every week. You know, we don't see a lot of what happens off camera as well. Maybe
yeah.
he's going to get on really well with Sharon and decide that Sharon's the one that he wants. We don't know. But for now, he picked obviously between Rachel and Faye, and he chose Faye. Rachel went home.
I was sad at that, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought Rachel genuinely really liked him. I feel
Yeah.
like Faye likes him, but I think
Right, there was,
she's not as into him as Rachel was.
but then I think I wanted either Faye or Sharon to go. I think that's what I really wanted because I just don't like them in it. Whereas Rachel's had a bit of a shit time in there. She's not had as long in there to start with. She basically got played at the start by Brad.
Yeah,
Pretty much made the wrong decision. Got pied off by him after like a day.
yeah,
So I think she deserved a chance. And oh, you know what? What was funny about the episode though was like, because it was the start of like, was it Monday's episode? And they ended on the cliffhanger and the first break of like, oh, who's he gonna
yeah.
pick? And from the way he said it, you knew he was gonna pick Faye, and I was like, oh, she's like, why is he picking Faye? But I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Well, I thought
should have
because
picked
he
Rachel.
tried to tease a little bit because he said about sexual tension. So you thought, is that Rachel? Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I
because
already
Rachel was
knew,
asking him those questions.
yeah,
Remember?
I knew like Rachel had gone because I went on Twitter and someone was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Rachel's gone." So I was like, "Great, Rachel's gone." But yeah, I kind of knew she was going to go before I watched it. But you know what? It's just one of them things. Obviously, you can only like who you like, and I think a lot of these people go on here and they try and make out like I'll give everyone a chance. But if your type is a certain type, you're obviously going to be more
Oh yeah, of
likely
course.
to fancy the person that is your type. And that's why we saw Rachel get ditched straight away when Lucinda came in because Lucinda is Brad's type. Rachel is not, and it was very obvious. And, they seem to obviously be getting on well. They went on their first date. This is Lucinda and Brad.
Yeah.
And then now there's another cliffhanger, which is basically the public voted for the couples that they preferred as
The most compatible.
It was, the most compatible couples, right? Which we know is who they most prefer, let's be honest.
Well, it's always going to be a popularity contest.
Yes, it is. And that's why we saw two friendship couples, or one friendship couple. No, two. It was two, wasn't it? Because Hugo.
Well, in the final three, in the bottom three, there was Hugo and Sharon, Toby and Chloe, and Brad and Lucy. So actually one friendship couple.
Yeah, so one friendship couple in the bottom three and one friendship couple in the top. Obviously, they say in no particular order. I would assume that Liberty and Jake would probably be number one, just based on how compatible they are and
definitely
how liked they are. So I would say it'd probably be them.
Millie and Liam.
One, Millie and Liam. They're quite nice together. I quite like them as a couple. So yeah, they're probably number two. Yeah. I think Kaz and Aaron, because I think people like Kaz.
They're not really compatible, Aaron, but because it's kind of a friendship couple, but they are liked.
They're liked, yeah. I think Kaz is very popular. I don't think Aaron is as popular as Kaz.
But he's popular because he saved her now, I think.
Exactly. And he saved her over picking Sharon, who he didn't like. So I think people respect that because a lot of people, they kind of pick who they think they should pick.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, sometimes it's like, if you're not feeling that person, at least pick someone that you get on with. And that's what he's done. And, he said it's perfect because he's in a friendship couple with someone who doesn't mind sharing a bed with her. He wants her to genuinely be happy and she wants the same for him. So it makes sense. I think with Sharon, like we saw a lot of the time at night, they'd be like cuddling up together in bed. But it's like he's not got them feelings. She clearly has them feelings. And I think he did the right thing, to be honest. I'm not a massive fan of Aaron, But I liked that because I
Yeah.
thought, you know what? Rather than leading her on, because let's be honest, if he'd have picked her in the next recoupling, she's picking him. So he
100%.
knows
He's
that
basically got a free ticket to stay in next
yeah.
time.
So he didn't take that option. He took the friendship option, which is risky because, you know, if there's a recouple in midweek and a new guy comes in, Kaz might well pick the new guy. So he took a risk, obviously. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But obviously now the decision is, does Lucinda leave? Does Brad leave? Or do they both leave together?
Well, I think the one scenario that's not happening is Lucinda leaving on her own.
Yeah,
I just don't think that will happen. Is it possible that they could both decide to leave together?
I think it depends. I think what will happen is I think Lucinda will probably say something along the lines of, I've not really had my time in here. She'll say something like that.
Yeah.
He'll say, because he's quite I don't particularly like Brad, but he is like a sweet boy. Like
he's not a bad person.
No, I think the way he talks, the way he's very much like, oh, she can just sit there looking pretty, I'll do all the chores.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a gentleman. So I think what he will do is he will probably say to her, you should stay, hoping that she'll leave. But I think Lucinda will take that as, oh, he wants me to stay, and I think she will stay. That's what I think will happen. What do you think?
You know what it is? Thing is, if this was a couple like that had been to get a bit later on in the series, right? Who were very close and had been together a while and were really getting on well, maybe for about 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
I think they'd both lead together.
Yeah.
Because Lucinda's only been there, what is it, a week? Would you say about a week? Not long. And
yeah.
she's only been with Brad properly like a few days. Like I think he definitely goes. I think he's gone, regardless. Because I think the only
not even been there a week. I'm sure she's only been there about 4 days.
She's not been there long, whereas Brad's been there from the start, and Brad's had more than enough chances, in my opinion, there. So I think he's definitely. There's no chance, in my opinion, that he's the one that stays on his own. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, they both go, or he goes. The thing is with Lucinda,
I think they'll both go.
I've
got a feeling they're both going to go.
They might do. I think. I don't know. It's one of them. They might both go.
But then they're not. They've not been together long. That's the thing.
What I mean. I think she'll say she's not had her experience in here. She wants to stay in with the girls. I think she'll say that personally.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys, in the comments if you want.
Yeah. Actually, we'll just get through some of the comments. Actually.
Yeah.
Hasib says, did Wallace ditch you? Does he watch this? Nah, he doesn't watch it. He doesn't watch Love Island, to be fair. We'll try and get him on the stream one day. C1 London says, pissed off Lucinda could be leaving She's Lang.
She's pretty much got the most annoying voice. Like,
facts,
if she sits there and looks, no wonder he said, I want her to sit there and look pretty. Because that's what she should be doing. Because her voice, man, the way she
it's pretty annoying. Oh, Lindrix did a good impression of her. Lindrix's impression of her was elite.
I know, he's got it spot on.
Yeah, he actually has.
She's gonna be like, I don't know whether I should go. What do you think? Do you think I should go?
I wish I could do that.
I'd be like, bye, go. Like, great, boy.
Yeah.
Who do I find fit? Okay, so I don't know. Like, I'm not one of these personality overlooks people because at the end of the day, I don't know them personally. So I don't care what the personality is like. Don't get me wrong. Some of them will come across better than others. That could be due to the TV or it could be due to them, their actual personalities. I'd say type-wise, my type tends to be, well, it is black guys, dark-skinned usually. So the closest to my type is probably Aaron. But I don't think Aaron is the best-looking guy in there. I think Brad is a good-looking guy. He's very dry. He's definitely not a full package.
Liam's good-looking.
He's good-looking. I think Liam probably is the best-looking one in there in terms of how he looks. I think Liam is very, very attractive. I'd say Liam is probably the best looking for me. Then you've got, I think Toby is okay. I don't normally think mixed race guys are that good looking, but I think he's quite a good looking mixed race guy. So there's a few in there. There's a few. The ones that I find the least attractive, I would say, would be probably Hugo. Who else is in there? I can't even
You don't
think.
find Hugo attractive?
No, I don't think Hugo's cute. I don't think Jake's cute. Jake's definitely not. He's not ugly, but he's just not. Nah, he's not.
Is he just not completely not your type?
Yeah, and I'd say like, who else is there? I don't even know who's in there.
You know what? Wait, I'll just get through some of these more comments. By the way, Taha says if Brad doesn't leave alone, I'm gonna be pissed. Brad's definitely leaving in some way, but yeah, actually, when I think about it now, I actually think he'll leave alone. I just think it's so unfair on her.
But I think this is what I'm saying, because he's a gentleman, he will say to her, you don't have to leave, you should stay. That's what he'll do, which is what a man should do. Well, yeah, you can't really blackmail them into coming because they're just going to hate you for it. So he's going to say, I think you should stay, babe. And she's going to go, oh, really? And then she'll give him a hug and then she'll stay. And he'll go.
When I think about it,
I
think she'll stay and he'll go. That's what I think will happen now.
Yeah, I do.
What else is big up top? Lucinda is then, but she needs to stop locking it out.
Really?
You know what? This is facts. You know, Brad is so good at selling a dream.
Yeah, he's a salesman. He's a salesman.
Is he actually?
Definitely. Nah, like that's what.
I actually thought you meant in real life.
I don't know what he does in real life.
Oh, in real life, what? Oh, what is he in real life? Oh, someone in the comments. I forgot what it is. Still.
Yeah, no, it's mad. It's madness. She came in 8
and 9.
We're on like episode.
Big up Nippon.
10 or something. Big up Nippon.
He's asking where's Lindrix today. He's too busy today. He'll probably be back on Friday. So yeah, what? I mean, you know what?
Teddy's all right. I think Teddy's very like when I first saw him, I thought he was good looking, but then I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you think he's a bit dry?
Huh?
Do you think he's a little bit dry?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He looks like one of them. I don't know. Like, I think some of these guys, like, I've discussed it before. I think when Lindrix was on last time, we were saying, like, for me, it's like if a guy has always been good looking or always perceived to be good looking, they tend to be quite dry. Yeah. Like the best guys are the guys that had an ugly stage, because when they had the ugly stage, they had to get their banter up, they had to get their chat up, they had to get everything up. So then when they then develop into a good-looking man, they've got all the necessary components to be a decent guy to date. Whereas I think some guys, when they're good looking and people are just telling them their whole life they're good looking, they're just dry. And it's the same with girls. There's girls who have been pretty their whole lives, and trust me, they're the dry kind of girls, because it's like they don't need to do anything. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to learn how to kind of talk to people. They don't need to, like, they just get it's pretty privilege. And that works for both men and women. And I think sometimes it's better to be humbled a bit. I think you need it in your life. And I think some of these people, they've just gone through life just sailing through, everyone saying they're hot.
Yeah, and then it's like, I get what you mean.
Like Brad, to be fair with Brad, he's from a small village. He said that. He's from like a little village where everyone knows everyone. And he said that he had a relationship for 8 years. So he's saying that he's never been on a date, which sounds ridiculous.
It does sound ridiculous, that.
If you're from a little town, there might not really be that many places to go on a date. So I think in 8 years you would venture outside of that place. But I know what it's like to live in a small village where everyone knows everyone and everyone dates the same people. So it's one of them, and he's probably known this girl since he was in school together. And they've probably just lived like a comfortable life. They probably moved out together and just lived their little life. He probably didn't do dating, and I don't know, like it doesn't, the fact that he's from a small town, it doesn't surprise me. Like if you're from London, there's no way you would never have been on a date, just based on the way London.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Whereas in these small little towns,
little town villages stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's different. It's different. Like I've never been on a date in the village that I grew up in. because I don't like them men anyway. But like, I've never been on a date there, and I know a lot of people. And now that I think about it, I don't really remember people going on dates. So you know what? He might not be lying in it. He might not be lying.
I know.
He's a lame fella. That's what he is.
No, I don't think he's lying. That's the thing. I actually don't. I don't know why you'd lie about that. Surely you'd lie. You said surely you'd lie. If you are gonna lie, surely you'd say you'd been on dates.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be the other way around? That's like, nah, he's not lying about that to me.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not really. I wanted to ask about Toby and Chloe because if you watch the first look and the kind of preview for today's episode, she gets pissed off at him because they go off for a chat, right?
Yeah.
If you've not seen it yet, right? They go off for a chat, and obviously it's after what's happened and whoever gets out between Brad and Lucinda, and Toby's a bit unhappy and is having doubts because they were voted one of the least compatible. Probably not knowing that it's because no one likes Chloe in it. Let's be honest, that's probably the reason why. But like, and obviously he's having doubts over the relationship, kind of, and she goes off, and I think she speaks to Millie about it, and she's like really pissed off and stuff. Like she's not happy with him, and it looks like that this could be like them on the ropes today. I'm not gonna lie. Did you ever think it was gonna last? Because I never thought it would.
I think Chloe is one of them girls that is just annoying as hell. Like she's gone in there. Like he's never had a girlfriend, right? And I think he gives me virgin vibes, as you know. Like, bless his heart, he's cute, but like Toby.
Yeah, all right, okay.
And it's like he said, like he went on a date with Kaz, which I thought was cute, and they were like, "Oh, we're not about, I'm about personality, not looks," which is very interesting because when someone that was better looking in his mind came in, he ditched Kaz. So clearly, personality-wise, Kaz is clear of Chloe.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So clearly, that was a lie. But men like to lie in it, so it is what it is. And yeah, he kind of, I thought he's a decent guy. I quite liked him. He was my favorite guy for a bit. But I think like Chloe is she's full on. She's in your face all the time. And I think it's fun and games in the beginning, but I think he will get bored of it because it's like you don't want someone that's going to be on your case all the time. And like she's very like even like I don't know, she's like all over him, and I think he'll enjoy it for a little bit, but unless he's getting his leg over, I don't think he's really going to be that fussed for much longer. Like I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know.
I just can't wait for Casa Amor to happen. Like
Casa Amor is going to be lit in this season.
That's the best time, man.
Because you know what, right? You know why it's going to be so lit in this season, right? Because normally the couples actually genuinely like each other, and it's very like, oh my god, they could get married. This is a bunch of people who are pretending to like each other.
Apart from Liberty and Jake,
Amor is going to be. I think a lot of people are going to turn their head. A lot of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, like Liberty and Jake. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm not
what? Because I was in the first week. I was doubting Liberty and Jake, where I thought, Liberty's one of the favorites, but to actually win it, but it won't be with Jake. But because I thought Jake, would probably bin her off for someone else or something. Yeah. But fair, I've been proved wrong. They do seem to have a really good thing.
Do you know what it is though? Because I thought the same, but I think we were actually right. I think at the beginning, because he's turned around and he said that in the beginning he didn't think there was feelings there, but now there's feelings there. So he's basically admitted that in the beginning he wasn't really that into her. But now
actually, I do remember clocking that yesterday, actually.
Yeah, he did say it. He said like there's feelings there, and she was like, I'm catching feelings, and he was like basically same. But I think he's one of them where and this is what I said, like he probably looks at her and thought at first like, she ain't all that, she's not my type. Yeah. But because their personalities are so compatible, he's now seeing her in a better light, so she looks better looking. It's like when you date someone, they automatically start looking better looking than they did just because you start to develop feelings for them, and then people get genuinely. It's like people's kids. Like you never get people going, my kids are ugly. Everyone thinks their kids are cute, and it's because when you love someone, they look better looking to you. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them things. I think he's growing to like her, but I think because of that, he's less likely to turn his head because he's sort of developed feelings for her personality more than the way she looks. So I think that's more solid than being attracted to someone. Because
do you think there's more chance of her turning her head?
I don't think she will. I think she's quite loyal because she said I don't think she's been in a lot of relationships and she's used to being hurt. So I don't think she will. I think out of everyone, they're probably the most solid. Anyone else in there, I think their heads could turn. Every single other couple. But
because Toby and Chloe definitely don't last long. I mean, that could be done for tonight for all we know.
Yeah.
The others are all pretty much friendship couples.
Yeah.
Millie and Liam, what do you think of them? Do you think...
I think Millie and Liam look solid, but it would depend because Casa Amor, when he's isolated on his own, I don't know, I feel like a girl could get, if a girl comes in, because if you think about the girls in there, there's a black girl, there's a lot of blondes. If a brunette, pretty girl, like that girl that was in not a few seasons ago, and she's now dating that mixed race guy, the Scottish one. What's her name?
Oh, Rebecca.
I think if someone like that came in and put it on Liam, I don't know what his type is, but if that's his type, I could see him being... I don't think he'd do it in the villa, but I think in Casa Amor, he could switch it. He could turn his head.
He could turn on him. Well, turn her.
I think I don't know, because she's a few years older than him as well, and she does...
How old is she again? Because I know he's my age. He's 21.
He's 21. I think she said she's 3 years older, so she must be 24. But I reckon as well, if there's a 24-year-old man that comes in and he's like dead on her type, who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
They look solid for now, but I don't think they're secure. Like, it depends when Casa Amor is. Because, normally someone at least asks someone to be their boyfriend or girlfriend before Casa Amor. That tends to be... I think that's when they like to do it, because then they want to test people's actual relationship. Not just, we're coupled up together.
No, I think normally they do happen after Casa Amor.
Yeah.
Normally, it's the boys.
When they come back, they'll start,
When they come back, because that's like when the ultimate loyalty is tested and it's come through and it's like, they're on a high, innit? But then Taha's saying, I beg the producer... He's right, I beg the producers bring on a girl for Hugo.
Thanks, Nick, then. Yeah, I'm definitely not boring me. It's because he's a good-looking man, so people automatically assume he's...
That's Brad, innit?
Yeah, she calls him fake and stuff like that. I think that's in relation to what you were saying about Toby and Chloe.
Right, yeah.
I swear he gave bare compliments to Millie, Lucinda, and Chloe, calling them stunning, but then just said Kaz has good energy. Yeah. You know what? Like, a lot of these guys, like, when I see a lot of the black guys and the mixed race guys on these programs, like, they don't pick the black guys that are into black girls. They pick black guys that are into white girls. And then people get surprised when they pick the white girl. Like, I'm not saying... There are some people out there that don't have a type and they will date anyone. But it's just kind of like, if you're a black guy and you date white girls, you're probably not going to date someone like Kaz. That's just the way it is. Like, that's too extreme. Like, they might date a mixed race girl, but they're not going to date a dark-skinned black girl. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like... And it kind of annoys me when they bring these people on the show who are clearly never going to fancy Kaz. And it's just like, why? Like, why bring people on the show that are like that? And that's why, like, I've always said I wouldn't go on Love Island, because the kind of guys that I like wouldn't be on there. You know what I mean? And if they were, they probably wouldn't fancy me. They'd probably be looking at Lucinda going, oh, yeah, she's my type, which is not what I need. So it's just one of them things. I think the way they select it, I think they will, like someone said in the comments, I think they will bring in a girl for Hugo. They'll find a girl that's like dead attractive.
Well, they kind of did the same in the last series. Remember Naz?
Yeah.
Remember he couldn't get a girl, like he just couldn't. And I think they brought in Demi. Remember Demi for him?
She said she
And
liked
obviously they got together. He went Casa Amor and got another girl. But like, that's what they did for him.
Yeah.
And I think they will do the same for Hugo. I wonder when Casa Amor will be. Well, do you think it'll be next week?
Huh?
Do you think Casa Amor might be next week?
Do you think how soon is it normally in?
I don't know, actually.
Let me check.
Yeah. People in the comments, if you know, put it in the
Let me
comments.
go on like season 3. Let me just check. Or maybe we should do the last season in it. So season 1 minute.
What do you think of this?
It's only 8
Mohammed
weeks long, so maybe it is, 1 minute. I'll tell you when it is. So 1 minute. So it says day 1, day 6, day 14, day 20, day 28. 1 minute. So not in the villa. So did these people come in? Camilla, Johnny, Amber, Ken. Did they? Oh no, China. Sorry, China, Nathan. China. I feel like these. Boys, 1 minute. Oh, it tells you week 3. Week 4. Boys' choice. Week 5. On day 4. Wait, it doesn't even tell you. Yeah, it tells you what they're doing now. Everyone's split up apart from Jess and Don, who are married with a child, and Jamie and Camilla, who are together with a child. That's mad, that.
That is mad.
I didn't know that Jess and Don were married with a child. That's mad. She coupled up with him on day 2. Who knew that? So it just says that a load of people were dumped on day 28, so I'm assuming that was when they came out of Casa Amor.
So apparently this is around episode 15 right now. So I don't think it'll be next week. It might be the week after.
Yeah. I'm not
can't wait for Casa Amor.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. Like, it's the same with the worst one was Samira or whatever, because she went in like, I like white guys, and then all the white guys in there were like, don't date black girls, and it's like, they just kind of, when they do it, they don't think of things like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't go into that house because I'm not going to fancy any of the guys in there. Like, if there wasn't a tall black guy, I wouldn't fancy any of them. So I'd have to couple up with someone that I'm not attracted to physically and just hope that we are good, in terms of personality. But I would get friend zoned in that house. I know I would get friend zoned because I wouldn't fancy them and they would just friend zone me. So yeah, it's just one of them things. I don't know. How are Sharon and Hugo not the least compatible? Because she's pretending she likes him now. But I don't think it's that. I think people are voting for who they actually want out. And I think
they want her out.
People don't like Brad for the way he went on. And Lucinda's voice is annoying. So she probably wanted to get rid of her for that reason. Like, they can go, really? She's still going to stay in there.
Yeah. Did you see Rachel respond to Chloe supposedly? What? Did that happen? When did that happen?
I didn't see that.
I never saw that. What episode was that in, Harris?
Chloe's just a bitch, man. She's just always taking the piss out of everyone. No football questions, Nippon. This is
it's a Love Island show, not a football show.
It's on until the end of August. That's a long time then.
Wow, that's long,
Yeah, I feel like Jake getting rejected and basically ignored by Millie and Lucinda relationship-wise made him want to sit to liberty. I agree with that. I do agree. Definitely say that he did say that he got a test, which I believe in a way, because I think sometimes you do need that test.
But then it probably helped him, the fact that he didn't get asked to go on a date with either of them. Because if he had, then...
then he would have probably got a bit more. Because I think if Lucinda invites him on a date, I think he pursues that.
I think more Millie,
Oh, Millie.
Millie's more similar in terms of hair color and stuff. I think she's more his type than what Lucinda is. So I reckon he would have gone more for Millie, to be honest.
But I think any of them girls, but the thing is, because Lucinda was that girl that they all wanted, I think they all would have pursued it. Because you know what guys are like, and their ego. Yeah. Because everyone was like, Lucinda's 10 out of 10. I think if she gave any of them a chance, they'd be like, yeah, I'm going to pursue it with Lucinda, even if they don't particularly like her. I just think that's the way guys are.
Yeah.
The producers, I don't think they've got the best lineup this year. I think it's still all right. It's getting better as it goes along, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh
It's,
shit! The episode's actually started now. I just
oh,
realised.
shit, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
wrap it
so
up.
you should close out the show then.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree with this pyramid scheme. Kaz's body and skin are fire. Her face is average at best. I agree with that. Her body is amazing. Her ass especially. But yeah, we'll wrap up there. Obviously it started now. So yeah, we'll be back on Friday with the obviously we'll see what happens with this episode. So yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see
Big up,
you
guys.
like the video if you haven't already.
And
Subscribe.
the Q&A will be later on tonight as well, people.
Yeah, there'll be a Q&A tonight at 11, I think.
11, I think. Yeah.
Okay, see you guys. Bye.
See you.